And what we're going to do today is just a bunch of different daily challenges. So we're going to do the beta standard daily challenge, the beta daily community challenge, and then we're going to do the go back to the main branch and do the daily challenge there. So we're going to do a lot of dailies today. Starting with the daily challenge here. So without further ado, name of the day is Soulshine. You can also call me Nate. You can call me Nathan. Please never call me Nathaniel. And let's get into the first daily challenge. So this is the daily challenge on the beta branch of the game. We're looking at Umbra plus Hellhorned, money bags, so we're going to earn a lot of money, permadeath, and then musical chairs. So unit shuffle positions, non-champion units die, and money bags. And so this is going to be interesting because it makes gorging a little bit challenging unless you have a gorge floor with literally just morsels. So if we end up going with the gorge unit, we'll need to try to do something where the gorge unit's basically on its own floor with morsels. And then we need to try to collect units that don't matter whether they're in the front or the back. So with that, let's jump into it, see how it goes. We have Immortal Trade, Fortify, and Cave In. Interesting. Cave In is kind of like anti-synergy with musical chairs, because normally you, with Cave In, you want to just stack a huge floor, but then with musical chairs, you can't dictate where they end up going. I think here we want friendly units entering with +5 armor. That also helps with morsels and avoiding getting killed by sweep. So seems pretty good. I think we'll go with the Gorge Penumbra over Architect, considering that we can overcome restrictions using Cave-In is the thought. Plus starting with a Gorger is always good. So let's do it like that. What this means is that we're going to need more ways to get morsels than we have right now. So either artifacts or cards that give us Gorge, or sorry, that give us morsels will be very helpful here. And we will take every trial to try to pump up our score. Okay, so we want to do Penumbra, then Train Steward. We can add some extra armor. This actually means we can also chump block with morsels. Do we already want to Cave In? Well, let's do that first. Problem with caving in now is that we don't get to gorge. The nice thing about caving in now is that we're very unlikely. So we're gonna get to Relentless pretty quick. I think it's 3 waves then Relentless. But let me think here. If we do it, we can stack Lifesteal onto Penumbra, and that should be enough with extra armor on the Train Steward to kill the boss. Yeah, exactly. So we have enough to kill the boss, and we don't get any fire damage. Cool, so perfect start here. Making a morsel is great, so we'll take it. Welder Helper's okay. We don't have any AoE, so Vent could be really good as well. It's kind of anti-synergy with Immortal Trade because Immortal Trade reduces Ember, but then we could make this plus 10 damage. Consumer of Crowns is very risky to take unless we can find a way to cheat it out. And currently we don't have a good way of cheating it out. I don't know if we have enough morsel generation to satisfy 2 floors of morsels. Shadow Eater is much better with the buff. I don't think we'll be able to consistently get out Consumer of Crowns right now. We have no, I mean, even if we'd taken the 1 imp, it still wouldn't be quite enough. Let's see what we have coming up here. Let's go with the Shadow Eater for now. So the idea would be that we use Penumbra as our big damage, and then Shadow Eater as our AoE. And let's see what unit upgrades we can get here. A triple gorge? It's a lot of gorging, and not a lot of morsel generation right now. Seems kind of risky. Definitely gonna put that onto Crucible Collector. Getting some early damage onto Shadow Eater seems okay, and we should get plenty of coins throughout this run. Yeah, getting multi-strike on him seems good. Even if he doesn't gorge as at the beginning, he's gonna be really strong. Hey Socks, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. I've got a little bit of a cough. And in general over the weekend haven't been feeling super great, but good enough, I guess. Excuse me. So spikes shouldn't be too big of a deal for us here. How do I want to play? I think we would still want to put Penumbra on the... No, I don't know, maybe we don't put Penumbra on the bottom now. Could put Penumbra on the top floor. Because our Crucible Collector is just way stronger right now. So I think we do Penumbra on the top, Shadow Eater in the middle, and then we pop this guy in the back, and that's it. Okay, cool. So then let's split the morsel generation. He's going to take out both of them. We do want at least 1 morsel on the middle floor. That's perfect. So now we're doing 20 damage. That's enough for Penumbra to kill this overcharged apprentice. We can get another one in there. Thanks, man. Yeah, I hope so too. I think it should be just fine. It doesn't seem like a very dangerous cough, I should say. And I think we're okay now to already put Immortal Trade. This guy's really strong, and we're already going to have now 5 lifesteal on him. Should be more than enough to kill the boss by itself. Even stacking some extra armor helps. We can toss a Train Steward. Doesn't really matter where. I think let's put it. We're gonna get a Shade Splitter and a Making a Morsel. So let's split these guys up like this. We want to be able to leave room to put that last morsel in. Not that it should matter. It doesn't in the end. We could even cave in just to really make sure we win. So we're not in any real risk here. So that's 2 perfect start fights. We still want more morsel generation, so another Making a Morsel seems good. Definitely over Excavation Eruption, I think. I don't think we need another Immortal Trade. I don't think we need any of this. I mean, Rage, apply a Rage is pretty good, but we are going to play against Seraph the Chaste, who's going to get rid of our Rage. Also means Seraph the Chaste is going to make our Crucible Collector quite a bit weaker, because it will half our lifesteal, but I think it should still be okay here. what do we want for units? Morsel Master would be pretty good. Anything we want to duplicate? Definitely not duplicating any units. If we could get a let's see what we get. If we get a Morsel Master, I would duplicate it. But a Morsel Maker. Morsel Maker is not quite as good. Although we could pair, you know what we could do is we could pair, oh man, we have a lot of costly units. We're probably going to have to end up taking Ember from the boss here. Because what I'm thinking is we put Morsel Makers with our Penumbra and with our Shadow Eater. That guarantees AoE, guarantees we can get Penumbra stacked up, and then we leave Crucible Collector to take all of the manual generation of morsels. Stygian guards, consumables. Well, let's look. What can we get here? So looking at consume cards, let's start with the Hellhorns. Most of these are okay. Like Alloy of the Ancients is pretty good. Rage Serum's okay. Infinite Box is okay. Reinforce and Last Stand aren't great. Same with Spike of the Hellhorn. Well, Spike of the Hellhorn's also okay. If we look at Awoken, Quick is pretty good. Wildwood Sap's honestly not that great. We have a lot of lifesteal. Channel Songs actually pretty good here. Awoken Rail Spike is okay. Okay, let's go with Awoken. Yeah, it's not great. I think we'll skip. Mostly we want to rely on lifesteal. So we just get some coins. Not awful, but not great. Let's get into Daedalus fight. Should be a pretty straightforward fight. Let's see what the... so we have damage, shield, non-explosives, but that's okay. We have a lot of lifesteal opportunities and healing opportunities with our units. So we put Crucible Collector on the bottom. Let's put Penumbra in the top. We can already get him a morsel, which is great. And we're not going to lifesteal yet. I don't think it's really necessary at this point. Okay, we get the Shadow Eater. He's already able to kill... Yeah, we're already able to kill these units, so I still think going with the morsel here. And let's put some armor... Where? Yeah, probably still here. I guess it didn't really make a difference there, because he was going to lifesteal it back. So now let's do double morsel makers. Put one here and one here. And then we can just stack armor onto our Crucible Collector again. So the morsel makers end up being quite strong with both of these units. Although, that's one thing with morsel maker is that you get the musical chair effect, which is not so great here. Which is also why it's probably good to keep Crucible Collector as is. It means that occasionally the morsel maker is going to be the one that gets all the morsels, which is a little bit annoying. Let's do making a morsel. I should have probably done that on a different floor. And a second morsel, just to make sure he's getting plenty of morsel generation here. Now they are doing their morsel generation on the right floors, so everything's dying. Seems good. We'll do double making a morsel on the bottom. You need to stack up. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We can stack armor there too. And that should be enough to kill the boss. It is. We can even put some more morsels out. Yeah, I think these morsel makers were probably not the best just because of the musical chairs. I should have thought about that. But that battle went pretty well. Wretch is pretty good, actually. Wretch is good, Umberstone is good, but I think Wretch is going to be the play for us. Yeah, I don't think we're taking any of this. We already have plenty of units, and given how we're set up right now, I think draw or Ember. Probably Ember. We need at least one Ember so that we can play out two cost units. And I think as we get closer to the end, I'm probably going to end up cutting... Maybe we even do it now. We accept our mistake and cut both morsel makers. I would like to upgrade spells though, and we don't really need the pyre health. Let's go this way and see what we get. Demon Fiend's pretty good. We just don't have a great place to play him right now. We need an extra space. If we cut both morsel makers, that helps out a lot. We could just put it with one of... Well, let's grab it. We'll figure out a way to play it later. Definitely want making a morsel to be cheaper. We could use Cave-In as a way to get the Demon Fiend out. We don't really want to... Do we want to just make this consume? Get one big AoE and then it's out of the deck? I don't know. Let's see what else we get. Holdover on Wretch seems pretty good. Once we get these morsel... is making a morsels to be cheap, then that's going to bring back a lot of morsel miners, which is really good for us. Alright, I think we do get rid of these morsel makers. Even though we ended up wasting a little bit on them, I still think it's probably the best play here. And we'll get rid of another train steward. With that, I'm kind of... I kind of wish that I had Architect. Maybe we'll get Architect on the last one. But let's plan on upgrading... Yeah, I don't know how we're going to fit all these units in. I think we're going to need to upgrade capacity. Can we deal with them? Yeah, we're going to try it. It's going to be kind of tough. It might mean we have to switch up our floors a little bit to put our Crucible Collector higher up. So this seems actually okay. With making a morsel, that adds 5, so that'll put him at 40. It's not quite enough right away, but pretty close to where we can kill off the 95 health units. So you know what I think we're going to do? We're going to play the Demon Fiend. Let these guys get up there. If I play the Train Steward, it's still only 70 damage. Huh. Now if I cave in here, that's enough to kill you, but then you go to our pyre. Is there even a way around that? There might not be. Because if we don't find a way to kill this guy now, like I don't see a way that we can. So let's do Wretch first. Okay, we got back the Morsel Miner. We can put one more out. And then Train Steward and Cave In. So we will take a little bit of pyre damage here, unfortunately. It's going to be 4 hits, so we'll take 20 pyre damage. but we should be able to stop the bleeding now. Although, this is not doing us any favors, but this should be relentless after this floor, and I don't think the boss is going to be able to survive this floor. So let's do Wretch. We can upgrade our Penumbra quite a lot here. Put some more shield onto Demon Fiend. And then we just vent for 8. Yep, that's enough. Wretch again. Making a morsel. Toss these guys up here. So Wretch is behaving a little bit differently. It's, or no, it was on that floor, that's why. Okay. Do that. Put 2 morsel makers up here. Okay, cool. So we did take some damage there, unfortunately, so we lost some points, but otherwise actually ended up going okay there. I actually don't know that we need Rage, so I think we just take the coins. Furnace Tap's great. Furnace Tap helps out a lot. I don't think we need any of this. And Flame could have been okay. Maybe we should have taken that Relic now. More spell upgrades seems okay, and we can get rid of 2 more Train Stewards. So basically what we do is we use Cave In order to be able to play our units all on the same floor. That's how it ends up going for us. Nothing particularly great here yet. I think making Cave In 1 cost is pretty good. We could make making a morsel hold over. I don't know how good that is. I think it's actually probably not that great. Getting extra damage on the vent is pretty good. We could remove Consume from Furnace Tap and lower its cost. It does make it a little bit difficult to play because it does Ember Drain 4, but there might be some ways around that in the future. And I think we'll have more chances to remove cards. Yeah, we'll remove down here and upgrade units. So let's get into the Concealed Caverns, see what we get. Petrified Heart's not good because we want to regenerate. So we're going to instead take Heartstone and we'll put it on the Crucible Collector because the other 2 still have slots left. So we have a really strong Crucible Collector, and then the idea is that we just cave in onto that floor after we've gotten some morsel generation, improved the stats there, and primarily, okay, so AoE with lifesteal is going to be a little bit annoying, but should be okay here. Ideally we start with Penumbra on the top, or even starting with Vent would be like perfect. We didn't start with Vent. I almost wonder if we cave in right away, although this makes these guys like insanely strong. But it does mean that if we get Vent, it becomes really strong. Really tempted to do that though. So we would put Demon Fiend here. Actually, we would put Penumbra here because it life steals. Ah, we can't cave in. We can't do both. We're gonna have to pick. And then we'll take... Ugh. If we kill any of them, we take damage. How do we want to do this here? Do we go for the Vent play? It's Vent or Shadow Siege. So we have 2 outs. We have 2 different outs. So I would say we do this. We cave in. Get a Shade Splitter. And put it here. Right? Chances that we don't get a Shades or a some kind of morsel is pretty low. We only kill one of them, the rest become insanely strong. This is a huge risk. It ended up paying off for us, like, very well. We got very lucky there. And now we want probably Morsel Miner, and then put the Rubble Morsel here. And that clears out that whole floor. Now, I don't know how we're going to kill the... Vent helps a lot. If we play the... Oh, we can't play the Crucible Collector. If we torch him... I think we just do this, but then he gets armor. Do we take 5 damage? There's not really much we can do about it. Is that the idea here? These guys are just too big. Let's put Crucible Collector down here. That's for sure going to happen. I think we pick off both these guys. We put some armor onto Penumbra, and then we vent. So we're gonna take 14 damage here. Oh no, we're not. Okay. Wretch. So okay, so we want Wretch. You've gorged twice. You've gorged once. Okay, that's 3. That's pretty good. We can do another making a morsel. We can double making a morsel down here, or the morsel miners down here makes a lot of sense. Getting 2 morsels here improves the damage quite a lot and heals you up. And then I almost think we're already okay to play Furnace Tap. Furnace Tap here does likely mean that we can kill you by the top floor. And then we can actually torch, let's torch you. Because you're probably fine, honestly, to defeat the boss by yourself with plus 10 attack and 4 lifesteal should be enough. So let's try to get this guy close to where he's gonna die. This guy's gonna hit us 3 times. Yeah, we're taking a lot of pyre damage, unfortunately. Luckily, Wretch is free, so we can Wretch back. We just need 1 here? No, we need 2 up here again. Rubble Morsel, double Morsel Makers again. We can even put some armor, not that it matters. And with a whole lot of lifesteal, we're not gonna have any issues with this boss. Yeah, he's done. So cool. That was not too bad. Just to, really solidify it, we can put these morsel makers die even with the armor, so we put them there. Cool. So apart from taking some pyre damage in the last 2 fights, we're doing really well. We don't have any issues with bosses because our Crucible Collector is so strong. I don't think we need Feast. Don't think we need Gem Trove. I think we skip here. And Tiresome Climb's not great. I guess it's useful if we want to play it in order to get a unit to just die to our pyre. That's something. We can make it 0 cost. Maybe it's fine. We make it 0 cost. Then it becomes more useful. Right now it's not so great. And I think we want to get rid of more cards and upgrade units. Yeah, what do we want to get rid of? Torches, probably. Or do we go spells again? Maybe that's better. The only unit we want to upgrade is Demon Fiend, and I don't know if it's so necessary right now. So let's go this way. Yeah, that's an upgrade to Demon Fiend, so ended up being pretty good anyway. Double stack on Tiresome Climb is really strong, and then we can make it 1 cost. Now I'm really happy we took that. Yeah, let's do a big torch that consumes. That's fine. Permafrost. Don't really need permafrost in anything. Minusing the cost of another morsel, making a morsel seems good. And we can make another torch consume. Okay. Now, we should, if we can, try to get to 2,500 coins. That's the maximum you get score for. The only other thing we would want maybe is upgrades to Demon Fiend. And I think we're gonna take capacity as the next upgrade. So here's how I want to do this. We do Penumbra on the top, the Shadow Eater in the middle. We're going to Gorge. Oh, I still have one more Train Steward. And then we're just gonna pop Fell with that. We have a lot of outs for morsels now. We just need one. Yeah, any morsel would do there. Putting Crucible Collector down here makes a lot of sense. We should be able to kill this unit. Penumbra will kill the statue next turn. Then we need to do making a morsel here to kill off. In fact, we need to do it twice. It's not exactly what we want, but it's necessary in order to... Oh, whoops, that was a big mistake. To kill off those units. Yeah. We have to retch. I think we can put Shade Splitter down. Yeah, we put Rubble Morsel here. We get a Morsel Miner there. Venting helps a lot there at the end. And let's put this up on Penumbra. He's going to need a lot more damage in order to kill this unit here. But this will help a lot. That's a little bit unfortunate. We're going to take 4 damage, but that's not too bad. Yeah, we're going to take exactly 4 damage. Not awful. Let's retch, bring back our Morsel Miners again. We can gorge a lot right now. So let's do Morsel Miners down here. We want you to just do a lot more damage. Rubble Morsels here to AoE, and then Magma Morsel there to increase damage and get a gorge trigger there. So we actually end up with that. I mean, I was worried about not having enough morsels. We actually tend to have plenty of morsels. And we take 4 damage. And with Retch, we get all the morsel generation we need, even with Furnace Tap. So we can play double Morsel Miner, double Rubble Morsel, and then Magma Morsel. We can Tiresome Climb, Fell. We can Furnace Tap, and then just Torch Fell again. Retch. This is where Cave-In becomes very useful. So we put... Oops, I want to put these down here. That's okay, we can do a Magma Morsel. Let's get a Rubble Morsel, another Rubble Morsel, another Morsel Miner, and then we can Cave In. And now they're all dead. Retch, Morsel Miner, Morsel Miner. We just add more Ember Drain. Fell's not going to be able to get through this. This is just a lot of damage and really powerful units. We'll leave these guys all in the deck. Yep, seems good. We can Retch again. Put down double Morsel Makers or Morsel Miners. And Vent for 20. So apart from taking a little bit of damage there, we're still doing really well. Don't think we want any of this. Yeah, I think we're okay to skip here. We don't really need Ember. We really need capacity so we can get out our Demon Fiend. And yeah, now we can pair Demon Fiend with any of the other floors. And likely we just use Cave In to get a stacked floor at some point. How else do we want to play this? We do want to remove a Train Steward and that last torch. So we want to get rid of this torch, this Train Steward, take the coins, and then I think we duplicate the Furnace Tap. We're oftentimes getting enough Ember to be able to play it. Gosh, I really would. I mean, the trample's fine, but I really would have loved to have been able to get Architect so we could fit the Demon Fiend on that same floor, but it's okay. We'll get into last gauntlet of enemies here. +8 damage is absolutely fine for us. We heal so much because of all the lifesteal we get. The biggest issue is just getting actually enough damage to kill them off consistently. You're going to be a real jerk, so we'll kill you now. And let's see what Shade Splitter we get. I do think we actually want to prioritize upgrading Penumbra because he gets more out of the morsels right now. We could play the Demon Fiend over the Shadow Eater. And that actually probably makes sense right now, just to make sure. And he's a great cave-in eventually, so we'll do that. We'll start putting. I still think we do Morsel Miner up here. We aren't going to use the lifesteal yet. This is where Wretch becomes really good. We get double morsels back. And I'm thinking we just... Do we do Furnace Tap on you now? We can do another Making a Morsel. Definitely want... Let's see, 55. You are doing enough damage. We only need to do 40 damage, so you're good there. Adding another here seems okay. We do need you to be able to heal. So we at least need one. Probably, yeah, probably we do this. Honestly, we can start stacking you up because we're gonna cave in the Demon Fiend down. So I think we do it like this and let him heal. This does mean we can't play the self-mutilation, so we will take some damage, but I think that's actually okay. We're going to vent here. And so let's do all the morsel down there. We vent like this. And I do wish we could play the self-mutilation, but it's fine. Hold on. Okay, we may have to replay this one. Let's try replaying this one. I was not aware that my guy was going to die before I started. So one retry, not great, but it's okay because it's the beta branch, so it doesn't really count. Is how I will choose to justify this. Let's get back into it. So this was perfectly fine here. Penumbra up top. We gorge with Penumbra. We kill this back unit. We can add armor there. Okay. We do Demon Fiend just like we did. We do Making a Morsel. We're getting enough damage there. We put you down here. And that all seems totally fine here. We don't get the Collector. And then I think probably we were too greedy with the Furnace Tap. So let's avoid Furnace Tap for now. We can retch back both morsels. Use another Making a Morsel. And Immortal Trade isn't too greedy. We can do an Immortal Trade. And we should be able to find a way to get enough damage onto this. Yeah, we have some outs. Oh, in fact, we have Tiresome Climb, which is an even better out. So let's do that. Let's Tiresome Climb you up into the stratosphere. Let's Retch to get back all those morsels once again. We can Furnace Tap. And again, we just need a way to do 5 damage, which should be slightly difficult. We should get a torch. We didn't get a torch. We can cave in though, and cave in's enough. But we really would rather cave in here. But I think we're gonna have to cave in here. 1, 2, that kills him. And then we'll get Shadow Eater. No, we'll get the torch next turn. So let's Retch, stack everything here, and then we hope that we get a cave in before the end of the fight. Let's Shade Splitter. Okay, that's fine. We cave in. We're able to kill the first 2 units pretty well. We will get at least a torch. We even get a Shadow Eater. So the Shadow Eater's going to be... Oh, the Vent? Vent plus Torch is enough. We don't even need to play the Shadow Eater right now. And if we don't have to, I think I would rather not. So in that case, I'd rather just stack up down here. Well, that's probably worth playing. Because we can get 2 morsels on it right away. That kills the backliner, and then we can Torch, Vent you. So cave-in would be great, but even without it, we're fine. And we can just stack Morsel Miners, stack AoE damage, even another Morsel Miner, and then we can even put Immortal Trade to make sure you don't take any damage at all. So that seemed pretty good. Didn't like I had to retry, but it is what it is. I don't think we need Void Binding. I think we're actually pretty set up how we want. Don't need Inferno, don't need Inflame. Yeah, I think we're going to be just fine against Seraph here. And in fact, I think we're going to be fine enough that... what would we even duplicate now? Probably nothing. Well, maybe we do Tiresome Climb. And I'm not going to do any upgrades. I want to get the coin bonus. So we're going to avoid purchasing any upgrades, and we'll just go for the win. I think we're set up. With 2,500, we'll probably get a floor 1 kill after Relentless. That puts us at 9,000 base. 9,000 plus 2,500 is pretty good. It'll put us into the mid-40s. So definitely want to play Demon Fiend out, and I think we'll play it similar to like we did last time. We do Penumbra up top, put Demon Fiend in the middle, and add some extra armor, and then we'll put the Crucible Collector on the bottom. Well, this is interesting. I don't think we can play Shadow Eater right now. If I play Furnace Tap, the issue is going to be I can't play the Crucible Collector. But if I play Furnace Tap, it means I can kill this Darkwing. This also means I can kill a Darkwing. Maybe that's enough. So let's put some armor on you. Let's Torch. Torching you means I need enough damage there. That gets you to 115. You take enough damage that the Penumbra can kill you. This is kind of tough. I could just torch you for 20 too. I think instead we'll torch one of you down here. Which, honestly, the fact that we're going to get Ember Drained... this is tough. This is tough. Part of me is like, do I just put this up front to tank some of the damage? It would overall increase damage. It just means that the Shadow Eater is probably never going to gorge, but maybe that's okay. Because I'd really like to vent down here instead, if we could. In fact, I could Furnace Tap here and vent, and then just have to wait on the Crucible Collector, but this floor is going to be, like, really strong. I think that's too risky. We'll do it. We'll do a half measure. 85 is not quite enough. Let's torch to get you down to relatively close range where Penumbra can kill you with just some mild support. And then we'll vent the bottom. So we'll kill the Ember Drainer. We just need to get a little bit of damage. We're definitely going to play you down here. This is a little bit of a problem. You don't die now, and we could Ember Drain or Furnace Tap you, but it's kind of bad. Okay, we're gonna reset again. I think I know how to set this up. It's a little bit not ideal. Oh, not daily. Yeah, daily challenge. I think the way we set this up is with Penumbra and Demon Fiend on the same floor. Or, like this. We put the Shadow Eater up top. We're gonna vent here in order to get more damage. And we can torch one of these. Put Crucible Collector down. 2 morsels is enough to kill off both of them. We play Wretch just to play it, so it's on holdover. And since Wretch is free, we can play it with something else as well. So let's do that. 1 is enough. We want you to have lifesteal. We can tiresome climb the I think we tiresome climb you to make sure we don't get any more Ember Drain. And I don't think we're in a position now where we really need to use Immortal Trades yet. We have 1 Ember Drain, but we even ate a morsel, so that's absolutely fine here. Is it time to cave in already? Problem with caving in is that Penumbra dies. But, I mean, this is a huge amount of damage. We can... Let's see. Well, let's start with Wretch. We know we're going to do that. Should have put that down here. Put you up there. 2 hits from the Pyre's 80, so we need to do 1 more morsel up here. We can tiresome climb. I still think it might be time. Because he's going to heal up a lot. He'll heal up to full basically no matter how much damage he takes. And this allows this floor to just be absolutely insane. I think it's time. So let's tiresome climb. Well, let's bring them all down first. And then we tiresome climb one of the Gilded Wings. And then we torch one of the minions there. You died to 2 hits. The Gilded Wing's also going to die. We can protect him. We will retch to bring back all of our morsels. You were only dazed for 1 more turn. Oh, he halved the daze. That was the problem. That's not going to be enough. We're going to take some damage. It's going to have to be accepted here. You're going to be fine to AoE here with Retch. Let's start getting more Furnace Taps onto Demon Fiend. And we will torch. We want you to heal back up. Well, we'll start with him. And then we won't play this Rebel Morsel right now. So we'll take 3 hits. It is what it is. So it's not a great score, but we already did a couple of retries. We're not going to do another one. We will now Immortal Trade you. Give you some armor. We have another instance of not being able to clear the floor, so we'll take another, a little bit of damage there. And interesting. Stack you up some more. Dying pretty quick because we can't 1, 2, 3 kill, so that kills everything, and then we just only do a little bit of damage to Seraph. Yeah, Seraph's just really strong. We don't have enough lifesteal was the issue. And I'm not so convinced that you're going to survive long enough, but you never know. We'll try it and see how it goes. Yeah. Furnace Tap definitely helps. Retch helps. Immortal Trade helps. Armor does not help. Well, we didn't manage it. I'm curious to see how it went for Link. But what did we end up getting? Like a 37,000? Let's see how others did it. He did Alloyed Construct with Quick and Multi-Strike. He took Gorge Penumbra, kept the Mortal Trades. He had Making a Morsel on holdover, and he had 2 double-stacked Furnace Taps with Permafrost that he could use right at the end. He did use Cave-In. He had a lot more artifacts than I did. And he took Umbra Stone. So really just focusing on 2 main Gorge units. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Definitely a lot cleaner than what I did. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to see more of this kind of content, click that like button, subscribe, comment below, and check out my other videos. This has been Nate. You can also call me Nathan, but please never call me Nathaniel, and I will see you in the next video.